The release date for the iPhone 16 series is in September, and today we're going to talk specifically about the iPhone 16 Pro Max. We've seen quite a few leaks and upgrades regarding this model, so in this video, I've compiled the top 16 upgrades that highlight all the noteworthy changes, both externally and internally. Externally and visually, it is similar to the 15 Pro Max from last year. However, this year's iPhone 16 Pro Max is taller and wider than last year's model. In addition, a capture button has been added to the phone's side panel. This capacitive button is entirely focused on operating like a professional camera. A light press to focus and a hard press to capture. There are three other major external upgrades related to the display. The iPhone 16 Pro Max's display is now the largest in iPhone history, with a 0.2-inch increase from last year. This change was made because the Plus and Max variants have the same display size, resulting in a consistent appearance from the front. As a result, Apple decided to maximize the display size in the Max version as well. This year, in addition to the display, we will see extremely thin bezels thanks to border reduction structure technology. With BRS, the wiring and circuits beneath the bezels will be more tightly packed, resulting in much thinner bezels than last year's model. Although the previous year's model used an OLED display, this year's iPhone 16 Pro Max will have an OLED panel with micro-lens technology. This technology will produce brighter and more accurate colors while using less power, increasing battery life. Now let us look at all of the iPhone 16 Pro Max's internal upgrades and features. To begin, it will use the A18 Pro chip, which is 25% faster in CPU, GPU, RAM, and I/O performance than the previous year's model. This means it will handle tasks more quickly. It also achieved up to 20% higher Geekbench scores compared to last year's A17 Pro. It will also be more capable of handling AI tasks, as Apple has begun working on AI implementations this year. Almost all internal productivity apps in the iPhone 16 Pro Max will include AI capabilities, and Apple is also collaborating with Google and OpenAI to implement additional generative AI features. Although many AI features will be included with the iOS 18 upgrade for older models, the majority of these features will be limited to iPhone 16 Pro models. This is because the A18 Pro chip will use an upgraded neural engine with more cores, which will have a significant impact on AI capabilities. The iPhone 16 Pro Max will have more RAM than last year, for a total of 8 gigs compared to last year's 6 gigs. And because of its conductivity, graphene will be used not only in the phone's structure, but also in the battery case, preventing heating issues. Another significant improvement to the battery is the use of stacked battery technology, which is commonly found in electric vehicles. This technology stacks multiple battery cells vertically to extend their life and efficiency. Additionally, the iPhone 16 Pro Max will have improved charging capabilities, with 40 watts of wired charging and 20 watts of wireless MagSafe charging. Now let's discuss everyone's favorite, the iPhone 16 Pro Max camera upgrades. All three cameras will receive upgrades this year. The main camera will have a 12% larger sensor compared to last year's model and will use Sony's latest stacked camera sensor technology. By splitting the photodiodes and pixel transistors into two distinct layers, more light can be captured for each pixel. The upgraded ultra-wide camera will feature a 48-megapixel wide-angle camera with an 8-part hybrid lens, allowing it to capture more light, especially in low-light environments. Lastly, the iPhone 16 Pro Max will include a super telephoto camera for dramatically increased optical zoom, typically found in cameras used for sports and wildlife photography, with a focal length of over 300 millimeters. Next up is Qualcomm's Snapdragon X75 modem, which is not only more than 2.5 times faster than the previous year's model, but also supports the 5G Advanced standard, which includes AI and machine learning enhancements for improved 5G performance. It also takes up 25% less circuit board space and consumes up to 20% less power. Another internal upgrade is the use of Wi-Fi 7 technology, which is expected to provide speeds of at least 30 gigabits per second and potentially up to 40 gigabits per second, with lower latency and more reliable connectivity. So, while the iPhone 16 Pro Max appears to be similar to last year's model, the internal upgrades are significant. Some AI features remain unknown at this time, but Apple will soon collaborate with Google or OpenAI to include AI features in iOS 18. However, the majority of these AI features will be exclusive to the iPhone 16 series. This video only showcased the upgrades in the iPhone 16 Pro Max, but if you want to see other variants, you can watch another video here. This is Techtics. See you there.